Alright, I'm at a park right now. This is normally my go-to style, other than just sitting in a room trying to do a live. But like, I wait for a day that is nice like this to be outside, and like this is a blessed day. Like, I'm thankful for the sun. I'm thankful for the dead trees right now, still standing while they wait for the leaves to blossom again. I'm thankful for the warmth, like the sun beaming, shining, like thankful for it. Sometimes it's best to be thankful for what you have versus what you don't have. And this is what I'm here to talk to you about manifestation. If you guys comment on it, if I don't respond back to your comment, this is just a audio live recording of my thoughts process during my own spiritual awakening. And most of you been here since day one and will continue to stick around since day one. And I highly appreciate that because you've seen me from my lowest to my highest, and you see me elevate through a different vibration. The more awareness that I speak on this, that this is real, spirituality is real, manifestation is real. What you put into your imagination, what you put into your subconscious, into your reality, tends to pop up. But it's not about going outside of one's own manifestation or one's own matrix. It's about understanding one's own matrix and one's own subconscious. So the train might be coming back and forth. You might hear the cars on the street. You might hear people right now. But this is like the best park that I like to go to by myself, where it's not a lot of disturbance, but it helps me just to connect and stay focused on what I gotta speak. So when I stop speaking, know that the train is coming by. It only takes like what 30 seconds for the train to come by because I live right underneath the train. Okay, there it goes. Let me do it. I wasn't kidding when I said the train was coming and I felt it. I was like, yo, give me a minute when the train comes by. Because for some reason in this area in Brooklyn, the train comes by like every 30 seconds or every 30 or every minute. One, yeah, 150 a minute. I count the more I speak. Like, so welcome. Make sure you hit that like button if you're coming on in, joining on in. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do come on to speak my mind and speak my journey, as you should too. Don't be afraid to come on YouTube and have a platform. Everybody has a platform. If you need help gaining people, gaining subs, or just gaining views, I can help you out with that. I'm a little bit short on views, but sometimes my views can get up there, but I can still help you out. You might be better than me. You might actually go viral every now and then. So feel free to hit me up anytime. I don't mind helping small YouTube creator. I'm a small YouTube creator myself, and I'm not big. I'm known. That's about it. But I that's not the point. The point is just to express my journey and express my knowledge of what I've gone through in this reality. I don't have work today, so I'm good because the way they did it to me, the most common way of doing to have an open door. Yes, you are correct. Always have an open door. That is the main thing. Is you creating the door and opening. and exiting and entering. You can't just expect somebody to magically give you a door and you walk in that bitch without no consequences or without no guide to how to guide yourself out of it. Because it's just like with life. When we came into this body form, I'm good. How are you? Thanks for asking me. Thanks for asking 7053. Thank you for asking. I'm going to get the car washed today, so I'll have it ready, and then I'll be ready. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's manifestation. That's putting something into action. It's like you wanting your car to be washed so that you can drive in it is another way of manifestation. But anyway, let me get to the lesson now. Just make sure y'all hit that like button. It's two of y'all right now. Just hit it. It's 9, 7. Those who are coming on in, all I ask is for a like. That is that is all. And I'll like in return. So today is about putting manifestation in, like, is manifestation real? Yes, manifestation become real once it's just beyond the thought process. Once it's beyond the imagination, once it's beyond of you dreaming it, you can't always tell people what it is that you are trying to manifest. Because there are some entities within them that can either break or make you. Like, but it's your entity at the same time. What I mean by that, like, when you come into these people to tell them like you desire a life like this or you desire a life like that. Say that you're a doctor, right? And you're trying to exit it out of that realm of the doctor to enter another realm, right? Enter another job facility. What happens is when you go against the order of divine nature, that most of the time we are already set in a manifestation, a pre manifestation, something before us, when before we even acknowledge spirituality. You know what I mean? Because like, the thing is how it works. There's a preset of life, and then there's a life that you are beginning to live after the preset, and then this is after your awakening. This is the this is sort of not the cocoon stage, because after the awakening and the preset, you're still under some type of I want to say kind of like MK Ultra or some type of program that was before the pre-existent. That's why you are so focusing on your past life, because they put it into your mind to only be focusing on your past life. But all versions of me from a past, present, and future came together to exit out any type of loop that they put us under. I get it right now that the body can only stay physical in the present moment, but the body starts telling me we can move outside of the physical if we get a job. If we start saving up enough, we can get the things that we want, instead of having others to tell you what it is that you want, because that's their desire, because they know that they can't get it. They want to see you competing of getting it, and they get more satisfaction from you. Energy is all energy harvesting. The best way to break out of that do is just to do what's in your heart, what's in your program, what's in your desire. If your day say to start out this way, hey, I want a cup of coffee, I want to chill, I want to smoke a blunt, or I don't want to smoke, I don't feel like drinking today. Start it off like that. Don't go outside of its nature, because then you just be disrupting what's been planned, that you have already designed, that you created in your sleep. This is what we do. We create it in our sleep. We go to sleep and we start dreaming about our day. We start manifesting our desire, what we truly want, and the people that we meet and things like that. And yes, you can manifest through people that come across you. Like somebody random, you wonder why like all these people are coming up to you. It's because they're not necessarily doors per se, or they're not necessarily the key. You are the key. They are just they're not necessarily the seed. They are just the vibration of that seed to give you that information for you to move forward onto the next life. They're not supposed to just stick around as long as they're supposed to. Once they see you in that dimension, see you in that time frame, then they exit out into their own mission and keep helping on to the next one who is waking up. It's kind of like a soul traveler. We're all here to do a mission, and the mission is to uh, live out many timelines as possible, not waking anybody up. It's waking ourselves up. And if you happen to come across people to be woken up by you, that's fine. But don't take that as a worship or a follower. That's not, because that's just creating more soul contracts on you. The more you bound yourself to earth, and the more you do that, the more you create chaos and you create different types of doors that give you and loops and stuff like that. You don't want that because then you gotta sit around on earth and wait for that manifestation for that person that you help get in contact with, and you gotta wait for them to get the process going so that you can live whatever that it is that you have promised yourself to them and to yourself. So it's being spiritual sometimes when you're like really processing it and really looking at your life on an internal level. It's crazy. And then you're looking at it on an external level too. When you step outside of yourself, you're trying to wondering what it is that is seeking you to guide you this way to this type of awareness. Everything is awareness. The more aware you are, the more key to the kingdom you have from God or the universe, the God of yourself. And a lot of people don't like to talk about God, but I'm not necessarily talking about the Christianity God, the Matrix God. I'm talking about the God that's within you, the God that is reflecting onward within you. So when you reflect this light, when you reflect the inner light, the inner knowing, it becomes a bigger picture of the manifestation. It's not about just getting what you want. Say, I want a phone, or I want these people around me, or I want a family, or this and that, the third. That's not what it is. It's not creating souls out of nothing. It's becoming something out of nothing. Standing on what you firmly believe in your imagination or in the subconscious, because your reality tends to have more delusions than the mind does. Because the mind is not going to pick up delusions right away. It's only when you go to sleep you start to analyze and pick up the pieces of missing information of what somebody told you about a story. You can tell when somebody is lying to you. You can tell when somebody's hiding something from you. And then you can just tell, like always. And then once you start to go to sleep, your brain starts to analyze every little detail, and then your spirit starts to come on like a television, giving you visual live effect, like a movie or sometime like a short film, and say, "Hey, I believe this person was lying to us about this and that the third. Can you show me the actual truth?" And then there's for God, the God within you, not Sky Daddy. If you don't believe in Sky Daddy, um, just believe in the Sky Daddy within you, the one that's fully moving and giving you the spirit to be functional. Because most people, they have spirits, but they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use spirit. I was kind of like one of those people. It wasn't until I was about maybe um 14, younger than that, until I realized I had a spirit, and I'm 30, and then it took me till I'm 24, 25 to actually learn how to use the gift. So it takes time to tap into your power, to tap into your gift, not in all in one go. Because manifestation is real once you put it into action. It's more than just believing and seeing what's in your mind. It's actually putting your physical body, your 3D body into this realm and your spirit into this realm and outside of it. And not let anything from this 3D plane that existed before you take it. Because once it's set in stone, once it's already in your mind and you have the okay to go from, your higher self, it's gonna have challenges through those doors. But those challenges are the set stone, it's the foundation to your gift. It shows you who and what exactly who you are, what you can't tolerate, what you truly desire and what you don't desire. Like focus on you. Don't focus on the past. Don't focus on past lives. Oh, I was a god in a past life. Oh, I remember this and not the third. I remember being yada yada yada. Don't do that shit. That's just all MK Ultra. That is just to get you set back, to reminisce like old lessons that I don't think I deserve this in the future because I did this in the past life. Like how would you know? Do you remember? Or did somebody told you that? Or did you and then somebody don't have to be in a physical form to tell you that. It can also just be in the mind. It can just tell you in the mind that, oh, you don't deserve to have that path. You don't deserve to have that future. I deserve it. So that's destiny swapping. And a lot of souls do that. They destiny swap because they feel like they can take more power and more control over you if I destiny swap you. But little did you know, you're the door. You're the doorkeeper. You're the door creator and keeper and the key at the same time. When these things are trying to destiny swap you, and then you start to see your reality, like split up into two from past self, like past life self from this previous life, and then you also see the future self from this previous life merging in, and they start to try to fuck up your day. They try to copy everything that you do so that you don't get a particular idea of who exactly that you are, trying to keep you MK Ultra. And the best way to break out of that cycle is to break them. Is to break through their illusion of what they think that you don't know about. Start doing research. Like start getting into the mind. Start listening to other people's story about what they've gone through in spirituality that can kind of give you a clue of what's happening in yours. So manifestation is a real thing. Stick to it.